André Rieu is often called the King of the Waltz, a musician whose violin has brought classical music back into the hearts of millions. With his signature curls, warm smile, and grand open-air concerts, he turned music once reserved for formal halls into joyful celebrations where audiences clap, sing, and even dance together. From historic squares in Maastricht to arenas across Melbourne, Tokyo, and beyond, his performances feel less like traditional concerts and more like shared festivals of light and emotion. People see castles as stage backdrops, glowing gowns, fireworks in the night sky, and a man who bows endlessly with gratitude. Yet behind this joyful image is a life shaped by pressure, hard work, and moments of deep struggle. André's story is not only about fame, but about resilience, family, and choosing joy even when life is difficult. A childhood surrounded by music but missing warmth. André Rieu was born on October 1st, 1949, in Maastricht, the Netherlands, into a family where music was everything. His father was a strict conductor, and from an early age, André was surrounded by rehearsals, instruments, and the disciplined world of classical performance. The stage was familiar to him, almost like a second home. Yet despite the music, his childhood lacked tenderness. His parents demanded perfection and offered little praise or affection. Practice was serious, mistakes were not tolerated, and emotions were rarely welcomed. André has spoken openly about how lonely those years felt, how music became both his escape and his burden. The violin was the one companion that truly listened. That early emptiness shaped him deeply, planting in him a longing not only to perform, but to create music that could feel alive, warm, and full of human connection. Dreaming of music that belonged to everyone. As a young man, André followed the expected path, studying at conservatories and joining the professional classical world. On the surface, everything looked successful: talent, training, and a respected career. But inside, he felt something missing. He watched audiences sitting stiffly, applauding politely, as if music were an obligation rather than joy. To André, waltzes were meant to move hearts, not just fill concert halls with formality. He began to imagine a different kind of experience: music under the open sky, people holding hands, laughter mixed with melody. This was not rebellion for attention. It was a dream born from his own longing for warmth and freedom. Critics would later accuse him of making classical music too entertaining, but André believed he was giving it back its soul, allowing it to breathe among ordinary people, building the Johann Strauss Orchestra. In the 1980s, André gathered musicians who shared his vision and formed the Johann Strauss Orchestra. It started modestly, with small performances and audiences far from the grand stages he would later fill. André spoke to the crowd, added humor, and made concerts feel welcoming rather than intimidating. Many in the classical world looked down on this approach, fearing it was too commercial. But André's goal was never to cheapen music. It was to make it accessible. Behind the scenes, his wife Marjorie became his strongest supporter. She believed in his dream when few others did, helping organize, plan, and quietly build the foundation of what would become a global phenomenon. Together, they worked tirelessly, driven by the belief that music should not only impress, but also comfort, unite, and bring happiness to people of every age. Health challenges and learning to slow down. At the height of his touring schedule, André faced serious health difficulties that forced him to pause. Balance-related illness caused intense dizziness, making it impossible for him to perform for a time. Concerts were canceled, plans disrupted, and the pressure of supporting a large team weighed heavily on him. For someone whose life depended on standing under stage lights, the fear of not being able to return was overwhelming. Recovery required patience, rehabilitation, and learning to trust his body again. Gradually, André returned to the stage, but the experience changed him. It reminded him that even the strongest performers are human. Since then, his schedule has become more carefully arranged, with greater attention to rest and health. His journey shows that resilience is not only about pushing forward, but also about knowing when to slow down and protect what truly matters. Marjorie. The quiet strength behind the scenes. André Rieu has been one of the most important figures in André's life, though she has always preferred the background. They married in 1975, beginning a partnership that lasted decades. While André stood smiling on stage, Marjorie managed the complex world behind the curtain: contracts, schedules, writing, organization, and countless decisions that kept the empire running. She was not only a wife, but also a manager, planner, and emotional anchor. During difficult periods, including health scares, she carried enormous responsibility. In recent years, as age and exhaustion caught up with her, she gradually stepped back from touring life. Her retreat was not a disappearance, but a natural shift toward rest and peace. André has often shown deep gratitude for her role, knowing that without her steady presence, his dream could never have grown into what the world sees today. Facing rumors and staying grounded. In the modern age of social media, even beloved artists are not spared from false rumors and sensational stories. André Rieu has faced online speculation about his health, finances, and personal life, much of it exaggerated or untrue. Such rumors can be painful, especially for someone whose public image is built on joy and warmth. Yet André has chosen not to fight noise with anger. Instead, he continues to let music speak louder than gossip. He remains focused on performing, connecting with audiences, and living quietly at home when not on tour. His calm response reflects maturity, an understanding that fame comes with projections and misunderstandings. Rather than being consumed by public chatter, André stays rooted in what matters: family, music, and the simple act of bringing people together through melody. His life shows that dignity often lies in continuing forward without bitterness. A legacy beyond wealth or fame. Today, André Rieu's legacy cannot be measured only in numbers, ticket sales, or grand productions. His true achievement is how he changed people's relationship with classical music. Before him, many saw the genre as distant, formal, even intimidating. André made it joyful, welcoming, and emotional. He proved that happiness can have depth, that laughter and beauty belong in serious art. Children who don't know composers' names still smile when they hear his violin. Elderly couples hold hands and dance slowly as waltzes fill the air. His concerts are not just performances, they are shared human moments. André's influence has inspired a new generation of musicians to bring classical music into open spaces, into everyday life, and into hearts that once felt excluded. His story reminds us that joy is not shallow. It can be powerful, healing, and lasting. The man who still plays for the love of it. André Rieu's life is not a perfect fairy tale, but it is a deeply human story of perseverance. From a strict childhood to global stardom, from health struggles to moments of renewal, he has continued to choose music as his way forward. Even now, with silver in his curls and a gentler pace, he still walks onto stages with gratitude and warmth. At home, he enjoys simple pleasures: family, quiet mornings, practicing violin not for applause, but for love. He often says he will stop only when people no longer wish to listen. Until then, each concert is his thank you to the audience and to the younger version of himself who once dreamed of music that could make people smile. André Rieu reminds us all that even in difficult chapters, there is always room for a waltz and always a reason to keep dancing.